You know that song, I Fall to Pieces, by Patsy Cline?
Yeah.
Well, it's like her biggest hit, right? And she goes and dies in a plane crash last March. She actually fell to pieces.
You're so romantic, Dal, the most.
Not romantic.
You're a germ. For some reason, I'm still on the hook with you. You're my germ. Oh, I was comfy.
Sorry. You know, speaking of germs and being on the hook and, shippers, I'm flipping.
What's your story, weirdo?
I wanted to, I was wondering, thinking mainly, just,
Your hands are shaking.
practiced this 50 times and now I'm gooping it all up.
Goofing what up?
You know, we've been going steady for about 7 months and 2 weeks now, I reckon. And, you know, I'm just gone over you, Sue.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, no, what's wrong?
No, Dale, I've been waiting for you to ask me. Just keep going.
Well, I love you, Sue. Oh, come on, now you've rattled my cage.
No, you're doing great.
Here. Sue, you gotta go like this. You gotta. Oh, damn it.
Did I get it?
Oh, damn it, Sue, come on.
What is it?
I just didn't expect it to go down like this. Christ, Sue. Okay, I want you to be mine forever. I want to buy you soda pop and candy for the rest of our lives until we die. Just take the ring, please. Just say yes, Sue. Yes.
Oh, yes, I will marry you. Yes, I will.
Okay,
I'm gonna be Mrs. House, and we're gonna get married, and everything's gonna be perfect forever and ever.
Did you hear that? Sue, listen.
Who said that?
It sounds like someone's hurt. We gotta go.
Isn't this where that...
Listen, Sue, listen. Hello? You need help?
Isn't this where that boy died on Halloween?
That Mongoloid Crowley kid?
That's mean, Dale.
Everyone says he was a monster.
It's sad what happened to him.
Doesn't matter now, he's dead.
Come on, let's go home. It's gonna rain.
Someone could need our help. See, someone's hurt. Come on, let's go. Carrie.
Whoever he is, we're going.
Sounds like it's coming from right over there.
The hell you doing out here?
Where'd you come from?
That you two doing the hollering?
No, we heard it too. Figured someone was in trouble.
Let me give you a word of advice and listen close, because it might just save your life someday. Never!
Sue, get back to the boat. Run back to the boat right now, Sue!
What? What?
Oh, fuck.
Please, no. No!
was a boy named Victor Crowley. He was born horribly deformed, part of a voodoo curse put on his parents. Other children were cruel to Victor, so his daddy kept him hidden in his house, out in Honey Island Swamp. One Halloween night, some mean kids threw firecrackers at his house. They were just trying to scare Victor outside so they could see him, but the house caught fire. When Victor's daddy got home, he tried to chop down the door with a hatchet and save him. He didn't know that Victor was on the other side trying to get out. It was an accident, but he hit him in the face with that hatchet, and poor Victor Crowley died. Legend says that voodoo curse turned Victor Crowley into a ghost, that he returns to Honey Island Swamp every night. And if you listen, you can still hear Victor Crowley roaming in the bayou, crying for his daddy. But beware, for once you've heard his voice, it's too late. You're already dead.
Yes, thank you. Welcome back. My guest today is the lone survivor of the horrific Honey Island Swamp Massacre that happened 10 years ago this month. Authorities still don't know exactly how many were murdered due to the fact that so many of the victims could only be identified by the pieces uncovered at the scene. But to date, they still speculate that at least 40 were left dead at the hands of who is now known as only the Bayou Butcher. Only one man survived the tragedy, and his book, I Survivor, hit shelves today. So, help me in welcoming back to the Sabrina Show, Andrew Young. Yeah. Andrew? Welcome back to the show, Andrew.
It's great to be here, Sabrina.
It's the 10-year anniversary of this gruesome tragedy. How you holding up a decade later?
The first few years, with all the press, the interviews, when I first did your show, were tough. Having to basically relive the whole thing over and over again every single day. It was a never-ending nightmare.
And of course, there was the 2008 trial, the civil lawsuits, the accusations, the
divorce.
Authorities never did find any evidence to support your claims about Victor Crowley, and they did find your DNA on 2 of the victims. Many still believe that you are the Bayou Butcher.
The whole DNA thing is still a mystery, but as we all know, I was, of course, found innocent on all charges and exonerated across the board. Yes, thank you. Man.
So, I Survivor. Tell me more about it.
Did you read it?
It's on my list, yeah.
Well, this book was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Wow. Besides single-handedly defeating the alleged ghost of local legend, Victor Crowley?
Not alleged.
There hasn't been any sightings or incidents since the tragedy. Why wait 10 years to write this book?
I had started and stopped a few times. It was hard. I mean, obviously, I've never written a book before.
Obviously.
But thankfully, they paired me with a far more experienced writer to help me named Joe Netter. As you know, I was just a paramedic before all this.
10 years later, you are like the O.J. Simpson of Honey Island Swamp, wouldn't you say?
No, I wouldn't.
And we'll be right back with more ghost stories from Andrew Young when The Sabrina Show returns. He is so hot. I want to have 15 babies with him.
Babe, I'm sitting right here.
We already agreed. Andrew Young is my free pass.
Yeah, well, that was before there was a chance you might actually meet him, because free passes don't work if you're gonna meet the person in real life.
Wait, how is that fair? You could run into a celebrity anywhere, especially once our movie gets made. We'll be going to premieres, Hollywood parties.
Andrew Young is not a celebrity.
Is that jealousy I detect?
No, it's not jealousy. Jealousy? You're right. This guy's so full of shit, he could probably open up like a shit restaurant with shit. Whatever.
Ooh, sick burn, Alex.
Will you just stay out of this, Rose? I'm tired.
Used all the hot water.
I took a shower last night.
It's your fault.
It's always